Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Programming in C with RSK, and I am Rajendra Kulkarni. In this video we are going to see what are strings in C. We will be understanding the strings and through theory and through programs. So let us start our video. So let us see what is array of chars, which is also called strings in C. Let us go through a small program. We have declared an array char arr with abacus as the char constants being its elements. So we have initialized the array arr with 6 characters or 6 char constants. This printf address of arr gives us the address, displays the address of the array arr. As we know, the name of the array itself is its pointer. So arr contains the address and that address is displayed. Then we are accessing the array elements using a for loop. For I is equal to 0, I less than 6, I plus plus, printf %c arr I. So this for loop gives us the characters that are elements of the array arr. Another way of accessing the elements of array, char array or a string is while arr subscript 0 not equal to /0. This /0 character we have never inserted in the array, or we have never initialized the array with /0 as its element, but /0, which is a null character with ASCII code 0, it is inserted by the compiler at the end of the array, char array actually, whenever char array is initialized. So we can count 6 as the number of elements array arr has, but in fact there is a 7th element which is /0, which is inserted by the compiler every time a char array or a string is initialized. In this while loop, what we are doing is we are finding out whether the content pointed to, or whether the content of the array arr given to us by this arr /i, whether it is equal to /0. If it is equal to /0, the loop executes, and when arri fetches /0 as the last element of the array, the loop terminates. But with this every iteration of the loop we get the characters which are the elements of char array arr. So after running this program, I got, this is the output screenshot. Address of arr is 65518. This first printf statement in the loop, for loop, is giving us the output abacus abacus, and this while loop is also giving us the output abacus by using the /0 as the terminating, by making use of the /0 as a character which terminates the array, which ends the array, which is inserted by the compiler at the end of the array. How it is stored in the memory? We can see here 65518 stores A, 19 stores B, 65523 stores S, which is the last character we entered, and 65524/0 is entered by the compiler. So basically, when we declare a char array or a string, the number of characters in it which we assign to it plus 1 is the memory allotted, the memory location allotted by the compiler, so that /0 can be accommodated. It is done automatically, we don't have to bother about it. Compiler allots one memory location more than the number of characters a string contains to accommodate. Now we have seen, we have in earlier two slides we have initialized the array through program. Now in this slide we will see how strings can be entered to initialize the array. This string we are going to enter through keyboard. So a program, there are two char arrays or two strings, one is str, another is str1, each containing maximum 20 characters. Then we prompt the user to enter the string, and that string is used, that string is assigned to str string, first char str, using a scanf statement where %s is the format specifier for strings. Then we take out the output, what is the string entered by the user. Then we prompt user to input another string which we assign to str1 through scanf statement, and that string is also displayed by this printf statement. So this is the output screen. In the first instant, when there was a prompt of enter string, I entered hello, HELLO, and that string is assigned to str by this scanf statement, and this printf statement displays whatever is the input given by the user. When another string, there is a prompt for entering another string, I enter hi, then a blank and everybody. That string is again assigned to str1, and when we took out a printout of str1, whatever is the contents of str1 using the printf statement, the output I got was enter string is hi. There is no everybody in the assigned to str1. Why it is happening? Because scanf statement or scanf function, reads input string only up to the blank space. So whenever there is a blank while inputting a string through keyboard, scanf stops at that blank and assigns the characters up to the blank only. There is a drawback, one of the kind of drawback of the scanf statement. Then when we want to enter the strings with blank also as one of its character, How we do it? That we see in this program. We have declared a char array str20, then prompt the user to enter the string, and then we use a library function gets into the bracket str. This function can pick up or can accept whatever string, whether it is a there are blanks in the screen entered string or not. It gets that string complete whole string, and this puts str statement, it displays that string on the monitor screen. So when I ran this program, I again entered hello everybody, and this gets str assigned this input given by me to the string str or to the character array str, and this puts str displays whatever is the what are the contents of character array str. Now here what we get is whether there is a blank or not. Even if there is a blank, gets function picks up the entered value from keyboard and assigns it to the string. Function gets collect enter string irrespective of there is a blank character or not in the entered string. We can access the string with subscript notation and also with the pointer notation. With subscript notation we accessed it when we used the first program. In this program we will see both. There is a char array ARR assigned with blue diamond, blue blank in between and diamond as its value. So ARR assigned with blue diamond as its elements. This printf statement address of ARR gives us the address. Then this printf percentage ARR gives us the output which is displayed on the screen using the printf percentage statement. What are the contents of ARR will be displayed. Then with subscript notation we use the while loop which we are used earlier in the first program. While ARR subscript I not equal to /0, the loop continues to work and gives us the output which is displayed by this printf statement. And when the ARR %I becomes /0, this while loop terminates. We have used the first two methods earlier in our programs. Now this is what we are doing is in this program with this printf statement we are going to access the elements of the char array ARR with pointer notation. Another loop, while loop, star of ARR plus I not equal to /0. I has already been assigned with 0. So star ARR plus I or star ARR plus I when it is 0, it starts pointing to the first element or the 0th element of the array ARR, which is B in this case, and this loop iterates till ARR plus I becomes /0 and it terminates when ARR plus I is equal to /0. This expression becomes 0 or false. And this printf statement, we are accessing the elements of array ARR by using indirection operator star. So star of ARR plus I will give us the output with each character displayed on the screen by this printf statement. So the address of ARR is 65512. This is the output we got from this printf statement. This blue diamond is the output we got with this printf percentage ARR statement. With subscript notation, this while loop, while ARR subscript are not equal to 0, we get the same output blue diamond, which is the content of the array ARR, and with pointer notation we get the output blue diamond as the result of this printf statement or printf function. Now in this program what we have seen is we have not initialized the char array ARR by enclosing every character in the single quotes pointing to left and separated by comma. Instead what we have done is we have written the whole string into double quotes, and still ARR has got initialized with that string. So this is a special way how C compiler allows us to initialize a string array or a char array by enclosing the string which is to be initialized to that array within the double quotes. There is no need to separate each character by comma and enclosing each character into the single quotes, which we did earlier in our earlier program. That is also allowed, and this is also allowed, but it is much simpler for writing the program, so we always use this kind of assignment. No need to enclose each character within the single quote and separated by comma. This is the important thing which we should know, and whenever we are going to use strings hereafter, we will be using this kind of notation. Char array is also referred as a string. There is another way we can initialize a string by declaring char pointers and assigning those pointers with strings. So we have declared two char pointers, str and str1. Str we are assigning with a string programming in C in double quotes. Another string str1 we are initializing it with the character is fun or a string is fun, and then we give puts str and puts str1 as the statements for displaying the string using the functions puts. Then what we do is we use the statement str is equal to str1. Now what we are doing here is we are trying to copy whatever is str1 into str and replace whatever was earlier in the string str by this str is equal to str1 expression. Then we are taking out the output again after str copied with str1, and then this puts str gives us the displays the contents of the str after this copying. So this puts str gives us programming in C as the output. This puts str1 gives us the is fun as the output. After str copied with str1, we get is fun as the contents of str. Now how this is possible, we have seen in numeric arrays. We can never give this kind of statement that array 1 is equal to array 2. There is, but in this case, why it is allowing us to do it, compiler is doing it, because str and str1 are the pointers which are pointing to the 0th element of the strings, and we can always do pointer mathematics by making one pointer equal to another pointer. So when str is equal to str1 is this expression executes, the address of str1 is assigned to address to str, and now str is also pointing to is fun and str1 is already pointing to is fun. So it is actually assignment or copying the addresses of strings. In this program, what we are going to see is how number of characters in a string can be counted. Now include string.h is the new file which we are using for the first time in this video. String.h file contains many predefined functions dealing with strings. So by including that file, all these library functions are made available to our program. Now we have declared a string str, enclosing it in the double quotes with the names of some fruits, oranges, mangoes, grapes, strawberries. And that we have done with using the pointer notation for declaring the string str. Char star str is equal to whatever we have assigned. So str is pointing to a memory location 0th which is 0th element of the character arrays assigned like this. So the str holds the address of memory location where O is the character in it, or content of that address is O. Now we get address of str is equal to %u str. Then we get printf %s str. So these printf two printf statements give us give us the address of the 0th element or the base address of str. This printf % gives us the contents of str. Then we start loops for counting the characters in the string. We are making use of /0 and using a while loop while str I not equal to /0 I plus. If str I is equal to comma, we are incrementing a variable of type int which is declared earlier in the program named no underscore commas plus. So in this while loop, I will go on incrementing till the string end of string character /0 is encountered by this str subscript I, and whenever there is a comma in the as a character in the string str, that if stri is equal to comma gets true, and no underscore commas get incremented every time by 1 whenever this if block is proves true. Then we display the number of characters in str, which is I. The value of I when the loop terminates will contain the total number of characters that we have assigned to char str. It will not count /0. It will count up to s, and this number of commas will be displayed by this printf statement and the contents of no underscore commas variable. Then we are using a library function called strlen. This gives us the number of elements a string contains. So in this case we are using strlen into bracket str. So this will count and gives us this strlen function is defined in string.h file, and that function will give us the number of elements of the string str. Now this is the screenshot of the output screen. First we got address of str, which is given by this printf statement. Then whatever are the contents of str, that is given by this printf %str statement. Then we start counting characters. Our program starts counting characters, and then number of characters in str is equal to 36. That is the value of I when the loop terminates. Number of commas in str is equal to 3. What we can count 1, 2 and 3 commas are there in this string, and with the library function strlen, it also gives us the number of characters in the string as 36. As I have discussed earlier, strlen function is defined in string.h file. What we send to the function, what is passed to the function is address of the string str. We can use a function which is defined in stdlib.h file, using which we can convert a string into a float value. This is particularly useful, which we will see in more details when we go to files. A text file, or there is also, if there is a file called .csv file, which is the extension of Excel, a Excel file converted into CSV file. When we read the inputs from that file using a various library functions, when we use one function, in that function a string, the whole string which is part of that CSV file gets copied into a char str, and if that string contains the float numbers, then it will look like this, comma separated variables. In this program, what we are going to see is how to separate the two constants of type float which we are receiving as text in the format of text. This is a string which is a text. So str contains 11.111 comma 22.222 as two float constants formatted into char constants. So 11.111 is a char constant, 22.222 is a type char constant. We want these constants to be converted to float constants and use those float constants in our further program, whatever program we are going to use for these type of strings. Now this char str1 and char str2 are the two strings we have declared along with, and one string str is assigned with this 11.111 comma 22.222 text. Then this printf statement prints the or displays the contents of str. Then what we do is, for converting these values, float values which we are available as into the text format, we first divide or break this string at comma and assign one 11.111 to one string and 22.222 to another string. So this while loop will run till str subscript I encounters /0. When /0 comes, the while loop will terminate, which will be the last character in this char str. What we are doing is str1j is equal to stri, I plus plus j plus plus. Why we are doing it? We are copying the text 11.111 into a str1 array. str1 string array we have declared here. When stri encounters comma, this if block gets executed. In this if block, what we do is str1 is assigned with /0 to indicate end of string. Please note that unless there is a /0 appearing in the string, most of the string functions will never execute properly. So whenever we want to create a string using program and copying some characters into a string array or a char array, when that copying is completed, we must insert /0 to indicate that that particular string is now complete. Without /0, the string cannot be complete. So this str1, when we insert /0 at the end of it, we come out of this loop, this while loop. When we copy the characters of str into str1, we increment I plus plus and also we increment j by j plus plus, so that str1 will be always ready to accept a new character given by this stri as I plus plus causes I to increment. Then when the program comes out of this while loop, str1 has already been copied with characters 11.111 and the string str1 has been completed by inserting /0. But now j has increased or j has incremented to certain value. In this case it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters. So j will be 6. We have to again bring that z to 0 or we can assign 0 to it so that we can use it for copying 22.222 into another string. So this while loop copies the 6 characters remaining into another string str2 using the same logic which we have used here. When the while loop terminates, str2 has already been assigned with all the characters remaining in the remaining characters of the string str. We again insert /0 to str2 so that str2 is now available for our further use. Then we had declared 3 float variables a, b and c at the start of the program. We convert string 1 to a float variable or float constant by the function a to f. So when a to f str1 executes, str1 is already containing 11.111 as the string. That string will get converted into a float constant and it will be assigned to variable a. Similarly for str2, which is containing a string having characters 22.222 as its elements, this a to f will convert that string into a float constant 22.222 and assigns it to b. Now this c is assigned with addition of a plus b. Since these are now a and b now contain float values or float constant assigned to it, which are converted from string constants to float constant by this function a to f. In both cases c will yield the value 33.333 and we display that values in the as the output, and that output screens is reproduced here by copying it. This str is equal to 11.111 comma 22.222 is the output which we obtain by this printf statement. Printf str is equal to %s str, and this 33 c is equal to 33.333 we obtain by this printf statement. After conversion to float, c is equal to %f 33.333000. So this is how we are converting a string, first by separating the characters which represent a float value as in the form of text we separate the string, these characters at every comma, and those characters we assign to another string, and that string we convert to equivalent float value using a function a to f. This is how we are using strings I had displayed in most of the programs. Now what contains header file string.h? It is a library file which has many functions. strlen we have already used in our program. strupr into the bracket str convert lowercase string characters to uppercase. strlwr converts to lowercase from uppercase. strcmp, and it takes two parameters, one as one string comma another string. What this does is, if both the strings are same, having same characters, then it outputs a value 0. When both the strings are equal, output is 0. If they are not equal, output is non-zero. This strrev reverses the string. strcpy target comma source copies source string into the target string, and there are many more such kind of functions available as library functions when we include string.h file in our program. So this is today's video. Please like the videos, share the videos, visit my channel at https://youtube.com at Rajendra Kulkarni 7333. Thanks for viewing.